Join me today for another BattleTech unboxing, the McCarron's Armored Cavalry Assault Lance. This is the Geek Cabal channel. My name is Bobbie, and today we're going to be opening up another BattleTech Lance pack here, the McCarron's Armored Cavalry Assault Lance. I'm recording this in February 2025. This set just came out here in the last month or so. At present, it's a Barnes & Noble exclusive, which is what this big foil sticker right here is trying to tell us. I actually had to order this. I ordered two of them, and because I couldn't find them at the Barnes & Noble closest to me. Now, checking online, it does say that the one about 90 miles from me has them, but I haven't gone there recently, so couldn't verify. So yeah, you probably will not find these on a sale anytime soon. I don't know offhand if Fortress Miniatures or Ares Miniatures carries these yet. Like, they might also have to wait for the exclusivity to run out, I think. I don't know for sure. Double check them if you want to. But yeah, so you're going to be paying $30 basically for these. And now, if you're a Barnes & Noble member, I think you get a discount. And you might have some kind of coupon through Barnes & Nobles. And eventually some Barnes & Nobles will put these on clearance, if they still have them by that point. But that's a ways away, and I think they're exclusive for a year, if I remember right. So after that, so if you can wait, if you're looking, to save a few dollars and you can wait, that's what you should do. So, however, on the flip side, know that the better the sales on these there are, the more Barnes & Noble will want to make exclusives, and they've had a few others. I think the Grey Death Legion set that I did the box opening for was an exclusive. I don't know if it was by the time I got a hold of them. And then the Wolf's Dragoons Assault Star that I haven't done an unboxing for yet, but I realize I still have some in the box, so that's going to be another video. Probably come out after this one, because this is more topical, but anyway. So, as you might be questioning at this point, who's McCarron's Armored Cavalry? Well, fictional person who asked, they are a mercenary unit that was founded in 2930, and then somewhere around 3060, they joined the Capellan Confederation, these guys, as a house unit. Meaning they ended their mercenary ways and now they work for the Chancellor, who at the time I think was Maximilian Lau, or it could have been Sun Tzu Lau. It's one of those two. Might have been 3060. I think that's Sun Tzu Lau. And yeah, so anyway, so they're now a house unit. And more recent developments, they are currently being commanded by Denai Lau Centrea, apparently, because Doshin Lau, this is being 3151, 3152 in there, had their leader executed because he was not happy with the fact that they did not retake the planet Northwind, home of the Highlanders, and also home of a functioning HPG transmitter. So, yeah, he was going to be removed from command. He protested, and Doshin killed him. So now Doshin Lau's daughter, publicly believed to be his sister, but is in fact his daughter, with Ilsa Centrea, his sister. So yes, she's born from incest. Which thoroughly disgusts her, by the way, now that she knows the truth. She's now in command as of the update that I read earlier anyway. So yeah, so there's that. But they had, throughout their history, even after joining the Confederation, had been given something of a free hand of basically, if these people are enemies of the Confederation, then the Big Mac can go take the fight to them. By the way, the Big Mac's one of their, not an alias, but a nickname. Now, I was unable to find out if that's because the abbreviation for McCarron's Armored Cavalry is MAC in capital letters, hence a big version of the word Mac, so the Big Mac, or if it's because they're a very large mercenary unit, which they are. So if you know, let me know down in the comments. I'm not sure, or if it's just called the Big Mac because it's called the Big Mac. I don't know. Maybe people like McDonald's in the future, but yeah. So my main interest in this is one mech in particular, but I'm going to talk about the others, obviously. So let's get to it and see what we got here. Alright, so as per usual, we have our Alpha Strike cards, our pilot cards. So I'm assuming that most of the pilots are going to be for McCarron's Armored Cavalry. Although the only one of them on this side is, let's check the other sides. Okay, so on one side of the cards, because the cards are dual-sided, on one side, all four of the pilots are McCarron's Armored Cavalry pilots. So there is that, and it says the affiliation is House Lao, and then the unit is McCarron's Armored Cavalry. So then on the other side of them, we've got a Scorpion Empire, a Magistracy of Canopus, a House Lao, and a Tamar Pact. So then we have our Alpha Strike cards. Yeah, so I'm assuming that the other mechs here are mechs that would be commonly found among the Capellans. But it's hard to say. One is literally a Capellan mech, like they are the people who manufacture it. And the only other people that have them in any real numbers are the other two members of the Trinity Alliance, which is the Magistracy of Canopus and the Taurian Concordant. So, okay, so one of these is a jumping variant. That would be the Star Slayer. Now the main way, the other way to get a Star Slayer is in the Mercenaries box set. So this is the first time outside the Mercenaries box set to get one. So here it is. Well, there we go. Good display. As you can see, the base came off because this is the jumping one. So it has the jump jet plume that you can plug into the back here, and then it'll attach back to the hex base, which went spiraling off my table here. Then we have this variant of the Awesome, and I don't personally know what the difference is in the armament here, but it is different. The main way to get an Awesome is the Game of Armored Combat box set. And we have a Black Knight. I don't know off the top of my head what else you could find one of these mechs in. And I got some little piece of something here. And I'm assuming that's for the Star Slayer. And then we have the Tianzong. Now the Tianzong here is the House Lao mech. Like House Lao is the one who designed it, they're the ones who make it. It exists along with mechs like the Shen Yi, the Yu Wong, I believe the Raven, and a number of others that were designed by House Lao. I don't think the Raven is post-clan invasion, but I believe the rest of them are. And they were an attempt by the Lao to become self-sufficient, to have their own mechs that only they build and stuff like that. They're not what you would call totem mechs. Those are more reserved like for the clans, and they're not like the mechs that Kirita employs in the Dark Age era, which have the more of the samurai motif. These don't have like a Chinese Han Dynasty motif. You know, they're just big mechs. You know, they don't have there's no like common theme throughout them to make, that's clearly a Lao mech. You know, like you couldn't tell the Shen Yi was a Lao mech or the Tianzong unless you knew it was. Now there is one among them, the Yu Y Bing, I believe, or is it Lai? Yu Lai Bing. I don't remember which one it is off the top of my head, but it is basically House Lao saying, "Hey, House Davian's Victor. It's a pretty sweet mech, but we can't admit that. So let's basically just build one of our own." That's more or less what it is. It's the House Lao version of the Victor, essentially. So, you know, those kinds of things do happen. They probably had a bunch of them captured, you know, because they're constantly fighting with the Davians. And we're like, you know, we should just make these ourselves. And so, you know, I'm sure they made some tweaks, and there are some differences. So anyway, being a Lao fan, I had to get a couple of these for the Tianzongs. I do hope we do see the Shen Yi and the Yu Wong and some of the others. Like I think we already have the Raven. I think we do. I know we did in the old plastic line. Old, it's not that old. The previous plastic line. So I think we do have the Raven already. And it'd be nice to also get the Anubis. I don't think that one's slated just yet. So we'll see. But yeah, that's what we got out of this one. So we'll take a close-up look here and let you guys see what we got. All right, well, hopefully you guys got a good look at everything up close there. Yeah, that's about all I've got to say on this one. Might do a real short video, a little bit more in depth on McCarron's Armored Cavalry. So I was kind of reading up on them before I did the opening here, and some interesting stuff. I have to see if I have any of the actual cited sources from the article I was reading, so I could read the more in-depth part myself. I have encountered them in a couple novels. There's a duology that I did a review on. I think the second one is called Paid in Blood, and I can't think of I think it's the Highlander Covenant. is the subtitle of the two novels. I'll try to link them up here in the description somewhere. But yeah, that's about all I've got to say on this one. So let me know down in the comments what you think. Any comments about McCarron's Armored Cavalry, the Capellans, the Chancellor, Celestial Wisdom, anything like that? Yeah, the mechs themselves, hopefully. Are there any allow mechs you'd like to see them make in plastics now that we're like full steam ahead on this? Yeah, anything like that, let me know. Like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Sharing and commenting are the things that help us grow the channel. We always appreciate it. Obviously, subscribing if you're not subscribed, we always appreciate that. But that's all I've got. So just remember, no guts, no galaxy.